Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here to talk about an option play that I think could pan out very nicely over this next, couple months, year, 2 years max. So without further ado, let's get into it. Just be sure to like this video, smash that like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Also, if you enjoy this content, be sure to subscribe and also comment down below what stocks you guys are buying and any critiques you have. So yeah, let's get into it. Straight away, the stock that I'm talking about today is Apple. So Apple stock has a very compelling case with it. They're actually up today, and they've actually been having a very good week. They're up 4% on the month. They're up 3%. So on the past 3 months, they're up 8%. So this is a company that they do good things. They go up a lot over long periods of time, and the very compelling case about this one is how much they've gone up and how linear it's been. So the past 5 years they've gone up 211%. So let's just round down in the hundreds. Let's say they went up 200% in the past 5 years. We're leaving out 11% on the table, which is a good amount, but that's just extra if that happens. But okay. So they've gone up 211% in the past 5 years. So let's just do a little bit of math. So they've gone up 200% in the past 5 years. So let's divide that by 5. So that's an average of 40% a year. So let's say they're going up on average 40% a year every year, right? Because that's what they're doing. So let's say they're going to continue doing that. This investment is based on that assumption, and I feel happy making that assumption because they've done it so consistently and because of the space we're in with tech and where their company has gotten off to a slow start to the year, and I think that's not going to continue. So I actually did want to get in this option a little bit earlier. They were down around 10% on the year. You already would have been up a very considerable amount by now because they're only down 2% now on the year. So yeah, I mean, but there's still a lot of time to get into the stock, in my opinion. So yeah, so they're down around, we'll call it 2%. They were right here. I was thinking about it. I should have made a video on it, but this isn't time sensitive per se, but the sooner you do get into the option, I think the better chance you have of making more and more money. I mean, I think the stock is going to fly before it drops more, but hopefully it does drop more and I can buy more. But yeah, so they're down 2% about this year, we'll say. And they go up an average of 40% a year, we're going to say. We're going to ride with that consensus because that's what they've been doing. I think that's that's a plausible reasoning. So let's check Apple right here. And this is Option Strat. This is a website where it gives you a pretty accurate depiction of how your option is going to work out over time. It's not 100% accurate, but it's probably 99, 95. You can definitely get a general feel for what the option is going to do in comparison to the stock price. So with that being said, let's check out. So yeah, so Apple's up around 2% today. Okay, or not up 2%. Sorry, excuse me. Apple is down around 2% year to date, and they usually go up 40%. So we're riding with the consensus that Apple is going to go up 42%. Okay. So let's see. So they could blow past that too. I mean, I don't think that's completely out of you know, out of what they can do. I think they can return more than 40%, but I think also they can return less. But I mean, let's see. So when we look at the Apple option chain, the ones that are the most appealing to me, just because I want to be safer rather than risky, are these 700 days till expiration ones. They're up, 4% today, 3%. But one of these in the, 70 to 80 delta range, I think you get some of the best bang for your buck here. Yeah, so as you can see, like this one is $5,680. It's definitely an expensive option, but you also have to realize that you're buying a quality company at a pretty cheap price that has a lot of expected growth this year. So you have to realize that as well. And yeah, I mean, these are expensive options for sure. You could do something a little more risky and buy something out of the money and say, okay, I think Apple's going to go 40% no matter what. I'm going to buy, a $280 call because I know they're going to grow that much. So, you know what I mean? Like, you could do that, and if it goes in your direction, it'll go up more. But, I mean, those are a lot more risky, and you're either gonna lose it all or make it all, and it's like that's not what I want to do. I mean, maybe if you're in a pinch for money, but yeah, you can see like, so let's check out one of these in the 70 to 80 delta range. This one looks good right here, 210. It's around a 80 delta. So yeah, this option is $6,000. And what's really good about these options is if Aapl has a mediocre year, performs half of what it usually does, at 21%, you're making $2,000, you're making 30%. And Aapl only returned 21%, and you're making over 33% of your option. So that's around a 35% return. That's pretty good. But this is where we get into, the really good stuff. And the thing is, this is only after, that's after 2 years. So this is after 1 year. So if Aapl does return that 40% after 1 year, that's $8,000 in your pocket. Okay, from a $6,000 option, that's 100% gain. And if Aapl returns that 40% and it's compounded, I mean, the opportunities the dollar signs get pretty high, if they do that 40% again the next year. So this is definitely one, you have to believe in the company. You have to believe in what Apple's doing. You can't just blindly buy this option for sure. But also you could buy the 2026 option. It's a little bit cheaper, and if they do that 40%, you're more than doubling your money. It's around, the same as the other one, but it's just less time, which you want time when it comes to options. But also, I mean, Aapl only goes up 10%. You make, your what would that be, 20% of the option, you're almost doubling it. But yeah, I mean, this is a really good play in my opinion. I think the consensus for Aapl is a really good one. And also you can see you could buy a farther out option in June. I mean, these options out of the money don't scare me as much, but at the same time they're not my favorite. Like this $300 call, I don't know, like if Aapl does have an amazing year, like let's say Aapl returns 30% over the next 2 years, which is amazing. Any stock market would, or any stock in the stock market would want to do that. But at the same time, I mean, you're losing money for Aapl returning 30% in 2 years. That's 15% annualized return, and you're losing money. That doesn't sit right with me, and that's locking up a good amount of capital, at least in my portfolio. Maybe it's not in yours. I hope it's not. But yeah, but then we get farther out of the money, and I think these are really just lottery tickets. I mean, Aapl has to go up that much. Yeah, I don't know, and yeah, I don't feel good about those ones. But I think somewhere in this range where the delta is around 70, maybe you could do the 60s, maybe. I think that you're definitely in a good spot with these January 2027s. It does get cheaper as you go up, but also it gets riskier and riskier. So yeah, I mean, keep that in mind. Take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's all I have for today. I guess I'll show the portfolio real quick. We're down $40 on the day. Amazon's taking a little bit of a hit. We can see PayPal's good. SoFi's actually up a lot. Yeah, kind of just some stocks lagging behind here. But yeah, I mean, great day. I'm happy with it. We're kind of even. We're up on the week, so that's good. We'll see how that pans out coming into the weekend. So yeah, I mean, I'm hoping you guys have a great weekend. It's a good week for stocks. We bounced back a little bit, at least in the portfolio. We did have a very rough last week with the ELF earnings and AMD earnings, and those are some hard ones to go through. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video and you find it helpful and useful, and you consider making this Aapl play for yourself, because I think that it could return a lot over the long term. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be sure to smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. Also subscribe, and also comment down below what stocks you guys are buying, how you feel about this play. I'll be sure to respond to all the comments, so be sure to comment down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.